The rebound by Day. Joseph with the ball, and the foul called on Freak.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on.
Stokes in at the 4 spot. He's out there with Jones. Flash out there with Smith. And it's Crawford at the shooting guard position. Stokes can't get it to go. UConn with the ball. 17-point lead, their biggest. Here's the screen. Outside Jennings. Here's Sims, and the rejection by Stokes. And Posey kicks to Pierce. Now the pass to Jennings. The Huskies need to get off a shot here. Again, the miss by the Huskies. Michigan with the ball. Jones dishes to Stokes. We've got 1:23 left in the second half. Trying to get back on track. He lays it in.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Huskies.
Two great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed. Too little, too late. They may as well just let it.
15 seconds left here in the second half. Here is Day. Dishes to McGuire. Lets it go from deep. Offline. And so it's UConn with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
All my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them fly.
Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Keller and Greg Anthony. It's the Michigan Wolverines taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
So the Wolverines starting 5. Stokes in at center. Ellis is out there with Jones. And there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the 2. Now here's Freak. Jones sets the pick for Freak. Leaps for it. Shot clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. The Wolverines able to retain possession here.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
Just 5 on the clock. He tries for 3. Here's Ellis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Lee kicks to Duncan. Pass to Gaines. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Poked away. Here's Ellis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That free throw good from Ellis. Both free throws good from Ellis.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan, a lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
Oubre dishes to Duncan. He kicks it to Lee. Feeds to Gaines. Shot from 12, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Well, Greg, you mentioned moments ago all the former Wolverines that have made it to the NBA. Michigan has been one of the best talent developing schools, Clark, for a long time.
And, you know, apart from the Fab Five group, Kevin, the Wolverines can also name Glenn Rice as an alum, outstanding NBAer, and Trey Burke and Nick Stauskas, recent grads from Ann Arbor.
And they get it back. Gaines has gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Dishes it to Stokes. Screen by Ellis. And again, another basket there from Stokes.
You know, you hear about the once-in-a-generation player, and Freak just might be that for his generation. Big men can be most impactful on the floor, and boy, does he change a game.
That is what's so great about Freak. Even when he isn't scoring, you can see his presence.
And Michigan has possession, trailing by 2 on the court for Michigan. Stokes, he's in at center. Jones is out there with Cunningham, and it's Banks in at the 2 guard. And that's going to be a travel. And so here's Kansas. Lee outside. The pass to Oubre. Here's Jenkins. Stokes with the rebound.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
Here's Lee.
Wow, what a first half it's been thus far here for Freak. This is why so many think he'll be a star at the next level.
And you can take all the measurements and do all the data analytics you want to, but all it takes is one half of watching Freak play when he's hot like this to know stardom is in his future.
Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. The second chance effort, no good. And Kansas the other way now. Now Jenkins. Frazier outside. A steal. They set the pick. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Jenkins the pass to Lee. Here's Frazier. That's good.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Pass to Stokes. Takes a three. They grab their own miss. Cunningham makes it off the glass. Cunningham's got his first 2 points of the night.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swing, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. There's 14 seconds left here in the first half of the game. Shot clock at 6. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Oubre. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Kansas leads by 1. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the second half of college hoops underway. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
They've got Duncan, and it's Oubre in at the small forward.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And for the Wolverines, Stokes in at center. Ellis is out there with Jones. And there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the shooting guard position. We've got Oubre, and it's Terry in at the 4 spot. And for the Wolverines, Stokes, he's in at center. Jones is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the shooting guard.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Lee kicks to Duncan. He feeds it to Terry. 9 feet out. Stokes with the rebound. Stokes has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
He dishes it to Jones. Freak with it. He's picked up by Lee. And the basket by Stokes. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. The Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Some changes for Kansas. Hold on. Kansas trails by 9.
And you said it. I mean, the Jayhawks have won for a really long time. 3 college titles for them. The first one coming in 1952, the others in 88 and 2008.
They've got Duncan, and it's Gaines in at the center position. And Jones has it in the corner. Here's Ellis. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. It's, guys, so often big state schools like Kansas care more about football than basketball, but not the case with the Jayhawks. I mean, the basketball program has been a source of pride for a